Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is a place where you, oh, gotta hit the go live, can, can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. Yes. And today is Monday. And on Monday, we talk about things that just cross our mind. We like to call this session Coffee, Tea, Thoughts, and Conversations with the Biz Chicks. And we welcome you to come on in and engage in the conversation. We are so excited to have you here, and we hope that if you have not already done so, if you will join the Biz Chicks community by texting Biz to 33777. And if you are so inclined, we'd like to invite you to also join our Biz Chicks community over on the circle. I'm going to also provide that information shortly. Here we go.
Terry, that information that text takes them
It
to the
goes
circle.
into the takes them to the circle to join. Correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Mark, I think it was your turn for the donuts, sir. Hey, Coach Karen.
So either way, you can get to the Biz Chicks community through either going to the Bitly or texting Biz to 33777. So, with that, I want to get started this morning. We are so excited to have you here. Mark, we love you. Yep, it is your turn, Mark, 'cause I'm running short over here with the donut run. Okay. Karen, we love you all the way from Canada. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. Our subject today is, are you ready for increase? Oh,
Hmm.
mhm.
I'm still here.
Are you ready for increase? So, oh no, I'm looking for the banner.
No, okay.
Yes.
I'm looking for my.
The reason why this topic comes to mind is because we run into a situation where um, we've had several conversations with people, and we have provided um, advice, invited assistance, tried to be supportive in every way, only to find out that they weren't ready. They weren't ready. Have you ever tried to help someone only to find out that once you helped them, that they needed even more help to deal with the help that you gave them? Oh my gosh, it's just really interesting. And as parents, in many cases, we found that some of our children think we are the ATM of mom and dad. Hmm. When are we going to figure out who really is ready for the increase?
I think what is Karen saying
Karen
over there?
says, yeah, Karen says, welcome to my world. Yes, you're feeling me. Have you ever? And then many of us are in business, and like Mark, we coach people. We attempt to give them guidance, and in some cases, we might, for instance, like Claudia's in the room now. If you have someone who's getting started in catering, and you decide to bless them with maybe some cookware or something that you're no longer going to be doing that specific thing, so you want to bless them with it so that they can get started or they can increase, only to find out that once you give them the pans, now they want you to give them all the ingredients to go in the pan and come over and teach them how to make it. Okay. This is what we mean by, are they really ready for the increase? Because you increase them simply by providing additional tools. Now,
Now, Terry, want to say hey to everybody popping up over
mhm.
here on Clubhouse. We got
Oh,
Yolanda, aka
hey,
Dryerbug.
Yolanda.
We got Beverly and Ann and Alexa and Kenya all over in the clubhouse. And today we are talking about, are you ready for increase?
Mm-hmm,
The
mm-hmm.
conversation started because, okay, Terry, I do not know what happened to me. Did I hit a? Oh, never mind. I found it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the conversation started because we were thinking about it. Um, are you really ready for the increase?
Mm-hmm.
I'm alluded to giving something away to someone, and uh, they weren't ready for that level of increase.
Mm-hmm.
They were not they were not ready for that level. It would, and it wasn't a really difficult level or anything,
Well,
but
it depends on who you are. From our
right,
perspective, it wasn't a difficult level.
it wasn't a difficult level for some. But if okay,
You know what I mean?
it, it depending on where you are, the level could have been difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, trying to bless the person or give them something that they had a need for, but they couldn't receive it for whatever reason. Somewhere in their thought processes, it did not allow them to receive what they wanted, what they said they wanted. There was a block there. There was like, well, do I really want this?
Mm-hmm.
Do I really want the responsibility that comes with this? I said I wanted this. I said I wanted this great big thing. I said I wanted a prosperous business. But am I ready for the uh, responsibility that comes with the increase?
Mm-hmm.
When you make more money, there will be taxes. I don't want to pay no taxes. Okay, well, that's not happening. So,
And we're talking about entrepreneurs right now, right? We're talking to people who are thinking about business or going into business or are working for someone. I don't want that promotion because it means more taxes. You know what I mean?
so you're not really ready for the increase, or you don't want the responsibility that comes with that. There, every level you go to is going to require a different level of responsibility, a different level of maintenance,
Mhm.
a
Yeah.
different, it's going to require shifting your thinking. And a lot of the things that we get work come from our church services on Sunday, and here was one: order. You
Mm.
cannot create increase without order. Without things being in order, you won't increase. So mind in order.
Finances in order.
Well, no, but your finances won't get in order if your mind is not in order. See, we're
Oh,
going
that's
back to the
true.
mindset.
It starts up
Nothing
here. Yeah.
gets in order. And Mark says, this is why I do not accept any client. I have to vet them first to be certain they are actually ready to make the change. Bravo, Mark.
Otherwise,
Otherwise, it's a waste of their hard earned money and time and mine.
it is indeed, Mark.
Uh,
And
So that's the question came about because I had to look at myself. Am I ready for this next level? I said I'm ready.
mhm,
Okay, I'm
mhm,
going down the health trail. I want to be what I consider healthy, fit, and trim. Am I ready to make that commitment?
mhm,
Am I going to walk? Am I going to do the squats? Am I going to do anything? Or am I just going to talk about it, say I want it, but never go into it? So, do I really want the increase? I don't know. I have to judge myself. And Mark says you have to be in a place where you feel worthy of increase. Otherwise, you will sabotage and lose it, even if you do receive it. This is
mhm.
why the majority of lottery winners go bankrupt. Mark, you hit the nail right on the head.
And Karen's in the room. I know Karen is agreeing with this because she talks to us about this all the time too, Mark, about, our self-worth, believing that, it's for us.
Hmm. And then Mark has another point. He says, such a great point about order. This is why when I have clients with prosperity issues, I always ask them about their closets.
Mm, Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Mark is meddling now, but we're gonna let him meddle. You have to make room for the prosperity that you wish to receive. Nature abhors a vacuum and will fill the space.
Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. I started cleaning out my closet several months ago and just getting rid of that stuff. The stuff you say you're going to lose weight, or someday it's going to fit, or I'm going to get back to this, or you know, even decades of suits. Although I threw those away some time ago. But I'm just saying, every once in a while you come across something in your closet that is so passe that if it does come back in style, you want it in the new color anyway. Girl, let it go. The
Um,
next
I,
thing out of my door is my shoes, friend, because I saw they're overflowing.
I like what Mark says about making room for increase, making the room, getting stuff out the way so that you can increase. And that'll mean more stuff.
No,
I don't believe Mark was talking about making room for more
I
stuff.
don't think he
It's
was
just
either.
making room for you to.
Declutter your mind.
Mm.
I want to jump in on this, guys. And I love this conversation. Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
And I'm listening to you guys, and I'm pondering what Mark is saying over there. And I think what was his first comment when you read his first comment, and the thought entered my mind and said, it's a good thing that other people value us more than we value ourselves, because it's a lifelong work trying to find your own value. It's a lifelong work trying to quiet the voice in your head and accept the increase. We go through life running from this increase all the time. And I just thought, man, we are the sum of the value of others, the way other people value us. And I know we're not supposed to be there. That's why we talk about, self-care, self-love, and all that. But that's the work. That's the hard work. Most of us don't want to do that work, right?
Mhm.
So we rely on the value systems that are placed on us by others. And it starts day one, and we go all the way through life with that. Now it's like, oh my God, I wish we could value ourselves the way others value us. I wish I could see in me what everybody else is looking all wide-eyed, like I got some kind of answer they need. I wish I could wake up with that every day. I don't. We don't, for the most part, and we don't end the day with that. We are out here trying to find our value, and so that we could, because you can't get it. How you gonna accept the increase when you don't value what you already are?
Mm.
And somebody's trying to increase you, but you don't value who you already are. That's that. Thank you for that. Thank you, Mark.
Yes, yes,
Mark is so profound. Claudia,
right.
we've got some comments in here from Claudia too. But
Claudia, Claudia says, my journey for business help hasn't been very helpful. So I don't give a lot out as far as information or help. As far as clients go, I have a consultation to see where their heart is, talking about changing your food lifestyle. As soon as a client says, I can't take some foods out of my diet, I leave them alone.
oh, okay. Because
And
it's going to be a fight. They're not ready. Go ahead, friend.
And then Claudia says, you're right, Mark, which is why our program starts with going through a client's pantry and ends with shopping for new, cleaner, unprocessed foods, and we show you how to cook them. And then Mark has another comment here. He says, and a challenge that is often held by many, especially ladies, is that part of prosperity consciousness is learning to be vulnerable enough to receive. If you do not graciously receive, you are preventing another from giving.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Messing with somebody else's
You know,
ability to receive. Mm-hmm.
uh, and you can't make somebody receive. I know they say you can take a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
Mm-hmm.
If you give them enough salt, you can make them drink. But do you want to have to force the issue? There was a mini business conference that we attended last week, and the gentleman said, um, it's time not to be dragging people with you. You need people on your team, but the people on your team, you don't want to have to drag them and be okay and pump them up every time you turn around. Okay, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it. Let's go. Rah, rah, rah. Come on, you can do it. And then tomorrow you got to do it again.
It
Increase is
is
not
really
coming
draining.
by you. They have to want to be there. They have to want to see that. They probably should go talk to Mark, and if they're ready to make change. But
Mhm.
if you are on a trajectory to move the business forward, maybe the people on your team needs to be vetted, like Mark says, and they need to they want to be there, not
Mm.
pump you up. And we got to have a rah rah party every meeting because you're not feeling it. Now, you yourself, or do you have to have a rah rah party every time you get up? Just a thought.
And if you do, maybe you need to reevaluate. Are you really doing what you like to do? Because if you're not looking forward to it, maybe there's something else going on.
And maybe again, what was that? Miles Monroe said, "Your purpose is what you rather be doing." And some people are not doing. They're not doing what they rather be doing. They're
Mhm.
doing something that they're obligated to.
Wow.
I'm like, huh, okay. So increase. Are you really ready for it? Increase is going to require some change and making a different
Mhm.
choice and a different thought and a different, um, just different.
Well, I think, like you said, everything starts in the mind. Thoughts, ideas, suggestions.
So we need to get our mind in order.
Mhm. Because he said it's a matter of the heart, and the heart is also located in your brain.
Yep. The heart is not the heart pump we're talking about. It is your mind, your will, your emotions, all of that stuff that's all tangled up together. It's your thought processes. And
Mhm.
like Yolanda said, we got thought process where we uh, bend and
Mhm.
receive what other people say about us instead
Mhm.
of what we say about ourselves. How, and Mark or anybody who's in here, how do we begin to value ourselves more than the value others put on us, or as much as? Okay,
How do
Mark
we
has
increase our
conversation.
self
Mark
worth?
says, I am open and ready to receive unexpected good, prosperity, and abundance this week. Maybe that's it. We change what we say about us.
Because
We
we should
have,
have what we say. That makes
yeah,
sense.
so our affirmations and our declarations. Mark, you wanted to jump in there? Let me get you open on here. Okay. In case you wanted to say something, Mark, go ahead.
Hello there.
Good morning.
One of the things that I have to do with clients at the beginning, and this is no matter what their ultimate objectives are, is part of the process is reminding people of who they are. Because the truth is, in every circumstance, without exception, the challenges and the obstacles that you face today are no worse than the challenges and obstacles that you have already overcome in your past. And the characteristics, the skills, and the gifts that you utilize to overcome them are not only still with you, but because of life, they are stronger. It's just that in the process of living, we forget who we are and where the source of our power actually is. And so sometimes we have to be reminded, and that has to be awakened in people and also pinpointed so that they know actually which levers to pull so that they can create an effective strategy to maneuver through whatever these challenges and obstacles are. And also, part of that process is having a clear you hear me say this all the time, but a clear definition of what success is. What does it look like? How are you going to evaluate whether you actually accomplished it?
Mm. Well, now, there is some food for thought. We have a comment here.
Wait, can I get Mark repeat that first? How he started it. That's where we are. You said, how did you start? You said you have to get people to see themselves or something.
You have to get people to remember who they are.
Ooh.
Getting people to remember who they are. That's the increase. That's how the increase comes, right? That part. We have to wake up each day and remember who we are. Because,
wow.
Oh my God, that's powerful.
So
with prosperity, it's also a matter of being in the place where you feel deserving. Because when it comes to money, specifically, in that form of prosperity, people all hold a story about money and their relationship to money. Karen can tell you this better than I can, but there is, most often that story is unconscious. And it's something that has happened generally in our childhood that has formed the way that we have a relationship with money. And most of us do not see it, but we've been acting on it for our entire lives. And until you are able to see that you hold that story and are in many ways the author of that story, you cannot change the story. And until you see it, your ability to receive will be tempered, if not completely prevented.
wow. So I heard we must remember who we are. We need to remind ourselves every day. That's what daily affirmations are for. Not just to get up and start just saying something routinely just because, okay, it's going to happen because they said if I say this every day. No, why do you need to say something about you every day? Like Mark's statement, I am open and ready to receive unexpected good, prosperity, and abundance this week. So you say that to remind yourself. What do you say to remind yourself of who you are? What are you saying? Do you have a list of affirmations or declarations for yourself?
And if I could, I have a very different approach to affirmations, which I always think is really important to point out, because I think for many affirmations do not work. And let me tell you why. If you are affirming something that is in direct contradiction to the reality of your experience, it will actually increase the power of that which you are trying to change. Let me give you the example. If you are affirming, I am prosperous, and you got $2 in your bank account, your unconscious mind is going to be saying, are you out of your mind? You have $2 and you're over here. And it becomes an argument in your mind. And because of that argument, you're actually infusing the fact that you have no money instead of affirming your prosperity. There's a trick. And what the trick is that you can state the reality of your experience. I only have $2 in my bank account, and I am choosing to believe that. Because your unconscious mind will never argue a choice, but it will argue a fake reality.
So you are saying I have $2 in my bank account, but I choose to believe that I received unexpected good, prosperity, and abundance this week. Am I hearing that right?
Well, it could be,
Oh,
I have
whatever.
$2 in my bank account, and I am choosing to believe that greater opportunities for unexpected good, prosperity, and abundance are unfolding this week.
All right. So you change the narrative. Nicely done. I choose to believe. This might be happening, but I choose to believe.
Yes, because that way you can get your mind, your unconscious mind aligned with your intention.
Nice. Let's see. I think I have some more comments here.
From Karen. Mhm.
Yeah, Coach Karen, let me start with her. Most people don't realize that if we sit down and decide what they truly want, if we sit down and decide what we truly want, we can get it. Running to a new job or a new business won't give you an increase. Belief and focus consistently. Okay. And let's see. Claudia says, just like I eat clean, I surround myself with clean, unprocessed people.
I love it, Claudia.
And then Karen says, yes, my grandmother was an affirmation person. That's how I first learned about affirmations. I also watched firsthand how it works. The funny thing was that she didn't believe in the money part, so it could never happen for her because her actions showcased the opposite. Yes, Mark, I lived this contradiction as a child. Carlos got jokes today. I choose to believe that junk food isn't as bad as people say. Carlos.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Just Carlos, please. Okay.
Everybody's calling Carlos' name right now. Anybody else want to weigh in on this conversation? What are some of the things? Have you thought of things that you're going to do differently in light of this conversation?
Mm.
One of the things that I think is very helpful for people that are intending to invite greater increase into their life is one of the things that amplifies the increase and also increases the flow of that increase is to note it. So one of the things that I have people do when this is their struggle is keep a prosperity journal. And that is just, it can be just a little notebook, or maybe it's your note app on your phone or whatever, that you start taking note of unexpected good. Like it can be the quarter that you find in the couch. It can be when you went to the store to buy bananas and found that they were buy one, get one free. Or, all of those kinds of little things, taking note of them. And one of the things I always tell people, and this is something I've lived by, and I think it's very important. If you see a penny on the sidewalk, do not pass it. You stop and you pick it up and you say, thank you, God, I'll take some more. Because if you are asking prosperity, that prosperity is given to you, and you turn away from it, you are, in essence, canceling the prayer.
Whoa, okay. So it's not see a penny, pick it up, and all day you'll have good luck. It is the fact that increase came to you and you left it on the ground.
And the source. You forgot to thank the source.
Right, because this is my belief. The universe has no denomination on increase. You are asking for increase, it will give you increase. And the increase will continue to multiply if you are continuing to receive and acknowledge that which you receive. But when you turn away from it, you're basically saying, no thanks.
Wow. So being grateful for the extra penny, the dime, the quarter, the whatever, you don't leave the increase on the ground, because Mark is right. Increase, I want more I want more money. Okay, you got somebody gave you a quarter, but you disdain this, like, oh, this is just a quarter. Are we grateful for the little increase? Because if you're grateful for the small amount, you will be grateful for the larger amount, and the larger amount will come. Sometimes we're being tested. Okay. Are you going to say thank you for the increase?
And don't forget to thank him.
So let's see. Coach Karen had Carlos said, I eat too much salad. Okay. Karen says, I believe this is what allowed me to be always and always learning and was able to accumulate money, grow money. When I was little, I will have money and not spend it for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but she accumulated it. And Maureen says her husband picks up a penny.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, uh, okay, Claudia, I'm not sure what comment this where this is coming in at, but Claudia says, after having so many people that I thought loved me and supported me disappoint me, my whole spirit, I will continue to not take things personally. It's them, not me. Good way of looking at that. And Coach Karen says, Mark, this is my dad for sure. He used to pick up all money.
Mm-hmm. And he was prosperous too.
Right.
Stories that she's told us.
And we sometimes we think that people got that way, they
Overnight.
overnight somebody gifted it to them or they inherited it. Maybe they just picked it up a penny at a time.
And there's so many little things that you can do because we're talking about the readiness to receive. And that really is, for many of us, that requires working out a muscle, which is why I suggest all these little exercises. One of the things that I do is when I only write one physical check these days. All the rest is bill pay, but you can still put on the notes. I write on the note blessings, and I bless money when I'm paying bills. And I bless money when I'm at the grocery store or whatever. I bless the transaction, because what I try to remain conscious of is the fact that it's all circulating. It's circulating, and that money is going out and it's feeding people, it's clothing people. It's having a part of it. It's putting roofs over people's heads, and all
That
of
is
that
correct.
will come back to be compounded.
Just by you paying a bill. This is good. This is a good, you know how we talk about changing the way we use words.
Mm-hmm.
So Mark just reframed the thought of paying a bill. Most people is like, oh, I got to pay this bill. No, by the fact that you paid the bill, you're blessing someone else. What you make happen for others, God makes happen for you. So
Mm-hmm.
somebody, I love Mark saying that somebody just got, they were able to get their paycheck. They were able to eat food, put food on the table for their family just because you paid your bill. That's a blessing, not a curse. This is good stuff, people.
Mm-hmm.
It's reframing, and maybe I say that is how we're going to be ready for the increases, by reframing our thoughts and how we do things and why we do them. Karen says there's so much unconsciousness when it comes to money.
I'm going to tell you the truth. Yes, we are just willy-nilly about our money. We got to
wonder why. Well, some wonder why they don't have any. And Mark just told us some really key things, and I think we need to go back to the replay and go back and make note, and then and intentionally apply it to what we're doing. Because again, that mindless stuff, because we were taught to do it all this time, we're just kind of la 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 la, we're just doing it. We need to reframe that. Being thankful, like Maureen says, be grateful for small things so we can handle big increases when it comes our way.
And I think so much of everything that you ladies talk about, which is so important, really relates to consciousness and intention. And let me give you an example of this is something I wrote about for my blog later in the week. I noticed somebody, and this is so, we're all guilty of this. I noticed someone on Twitter who said yesterday, I sure hope that this next week is better than last week. And it struck me because of how often we sort of pretend like the day makes the choice about whether it's a good or a bad day instead of us. And how a lot of times we just skate through the week, just seeing what happens and hoping that what happens aligns with what we wanted to happen without actually making the intention and deciding in advance what we are going to do to bring that to fruition. And I think the same is true for receiving. If you want to receive more, then make that one of your intentions and start doing what you need to do to open that door rather than just, rolling the dice and saying, maybe it'll happen.
Right. Leaving it up to somebody else for our increase, our prosperity, leaving things in the hands of somebody else or something else. It's not going to get it done. We have to participate in this process. Coach Karen says reframing is one of the keys, and she says, Mark, you are speaking her language. Mm-hmm. And then Mark has so many good nuggets.
Really does.
And that's why she loves journaling. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We have to, on purpose, participate in our prosperity. It's not going to just come by osmosis just because we are singing about it or whatever. We have to participate. And so we just want to say thank you for taking the time to join in on this conversation. Mark, we need to have a workshop for those of us who are ready to, we're going to have to talk. This was good because the mind shift needs to happen. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. In order for you got to get your mind in order for you to begin to enjoy. See, some of us already have prosperity and increase. We just now need to enjoy it and recognize it and start thanking God for the pennies. Start thanking God for the little things that happen. Thank God you have the opportunity to pay a bill.
There you go.
Right. Karen says, when I started my cleaning company, I wrote what I wanted, how it was going to turn out. Then I went to work on the process and told nobody. Mm-hmm. And then Maureen says, we are the main participants in our own lives.
Yep, this is our life. You're just living in it.
Hey, Anna. Yes, it is a good topic. It is a really good topic. And you can replay it over in the circle because we're going to ask you if you haven't already done so. Or if you have even joined Biz Chicks, go text Biz to 33777. It will take you over to the circle where you can join our community over there. Mm-hmm. And we got lots of things to talk about. We'll be running some workshops and doing some things coming up in the end of this year and into the next year. And a lot of it will be in the circle where we can participate with greater ease and it'll be a lot simpler process. So we invite you to join us over there. We give you a nice little gift called the Standard Operating Procedures for Success. And we want to have you join us. She said, oh yeah, I forgot about that text thingy. Yes. Text BIZ to 33777 and join and sign up. Thank you all for joining in on this conversation. For those who are watching live and on the replay, we want to say thank you. And just so you know, if you haven't already done so and you're doing a live stream, you need to engage your Twitter now that Periscope is gone. There's a way that asks you to, so do you want to convert your Periscope to Twitter? Go in there. If you're doing live stream, make sure that happens so that you can still get your message out on Twitter. All right, Mark, thank you for coming in. Everybody over on Clubhouse, thank you for tuning in. And we will look forward to seeing you again next Monday for another insightful
Oh, and it'll
conversation.
be first Monday.
Oh, it will be first Monday. So we got some things planned for that too. You'll hear more about it in the circle. So let's meet over there, talk about it. We want to hear from you. We want to hear about what it is you do, and give you a platform to tell us all about it. Thank you, and we will talk to you tomorrow. TJ will be in the house with her social media and digital marketing strategies. Wednesday, Coach Karen will be with us all the way from Toronto, Canada.
Toronto,
Thursday,
Canada.
Thursday, Robin Shimizu will be here with happy, healthy habits. And then Friday, we're talking tech with the tech divas and tech dudes. We want to say thank you again for joining us live. We will see you again.
And remember, guys, go to the front of your own line. Have a great day. Bye-bye.